Hello and good morning everyone. How are we today after breakfast? Good night breakfast? Menu order makes you feel a little lethargic. Sorry, coffee good? Good. So that's a complete balanced food. Huh? So what today is this very big topic which I'm talking about is interaction with parents. Now we are in a world where again we have just one or two kids at home, right? We don't come across families where there are 5, 6 children and the mother is struggling, running around everywhere. And half the time they are not bothered with. But now parents are so ambitious, from preschool level onwards, they want their child to top in everything. And they enroll their children in everything possible. It may be a guitar class, it may be a tabla class, 2-3 instruments the child will learn. The child will go for skating, the child will go for football, the child will go for basketball also. The child will go for Hindustani classical, the child will go for Carnatic classical, the child will go for Bharatanatyam, the child will go for Bollywood also. So the child is so completely packed. That's not what the child wants. It is the ambition of the parent which seeps into the child. So when we are having a parent-teacher communication, this all reflects in a parent who comes and talks to the teacher. Have you come across such over-ambitious parents? Yeah? It is an in thing now. The parent wants a child to excel in everything possible. There was a time when our parents were not bothered what we were doing, but still we excelled. Maybe just one sport, maybe just one physical activity, or one cultural activity, one drawing class with you. Now everything the child is doing, everything. So the child gets saturated. At such times, when we have a parent-teacher communication, and the parent comes to you, there are very difficult situations which we are dealing with the parent. Okay? Parent-teacher communication is a very important aspect in bringing about holistic development in a child, as modern learning today is a socially mediated process. It is not just the teacher's foray or the child who is grooming herself or himself. It is everybody put together. Like in the communication which I told yesterday, it's about communicating with each other. Then only happens the holistic progress of the child. So what are the important aspects of a parent-teacher communication? We thrive on relationships, don't we? The worst punishment meted out to prisoners or prisoners of war is what? Can you tell me? Yes. So we as social beings want to talk. As a parent who is coming to you, first thing what she or he wants to do is just blah 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 everything, isn't it? There's not even one opportunity for the parents to talk, for the teacher to talk, because the parent wants to go all and on about the child. This is what we thrive on, relationships and talking. Individual learning. Every child that we have seen in all our sessions now from day one, that's yesterday onwards, that every child is different. There is no one size that fits all. We cannot tell a fish to climb a tree, can we? We can't do that. So every child is different. And it's in its own making a child is unique. Even if the child is failing, the child is a good child. Social development. Behavioral issues because of exposure to everything around you. Excessive knowledge is available about everything and everything. Isn't it? A preschool child will come and ask you about very intimate things where we have never thought about these things. So this is what is happening now in children. Social development because of behavioral issues, because of excessive knowledge available on a tip of your fingers. So who benefits from a parent-teacher communication? What do you think who benefits? Who is the best benefiter from all this? Child. We are working towards a child. Yes. Yes. Yeah, it's a learning process. Everything is interlinked. If you try to bring about the holistic development in the child, the communication affects everybody. It is the parent who is involved, it is the teacher who is involved, it is the school also who is involved. If the child or the teacher is not mentally happy, you think the school is going to progress? No. We as a school won't progress. I'm an administrator, I'm a principal of a school, I run a school, I'm a founder director of a school. You think my school will progress if I know the parent who is coming to the parent-teacher meeting has left my doorstep unhappy and an aggressive parent? No. I as a school won't progress. You as a teacher personally won't progress because you have this in the back of your mind. gone wrong, you know. The parent was not satisfied with what I told the parent. So nobody is going to benefit from this. So everybody are interlinked. Your school, your teacher, your parent, and everything boils down finally to the child who is going to be benefited because of this interlinking and communication between all of us. What does a teacher communicate about? What do you come across in a parent-teacher meeting? In a preschool setup, huh? This is a very frequent thing, I tell you what comes up always. Very good, ma'am. That is really good. मेरा बच्चा टिफिन खत्म नहीं करता. This is the first thing as a preschool teacher. This is what comes in front of you always. बच्चा टिफिन नहीं खत्म करता. So how are you going to deal with that? Deal with such a question which comes to you every day. Because limited time on that टिफिन खत्म कर लो, isn't it? 15 to 20 minutes. Not more than that. We don't give an hour's break. How you as a teacher will address this issue? Yes, please. Can you give her a mic, please? Please tell your name, your school, and then you answer the question.
Good afternoon, ma'am. It's Nandita from Eagle Army Pre-Primary School. I just say to parents ki make your tiffin more interesting and tasty, so that child would he would love to eat it.
Main is quantity.
Quantity is one of the options. What do you
Yes, the feeling of satisfaction would be there if there is too much.
I mean, most of the mothers who are in the workforce, some way or the other in the workforce, isn't it?
Make it rich, at least they can make it colorful, like dry fruits with fruits. So it is not a big deal to make it to fill it with fruits, colorful fruits like grapes and orange, bananas. So it will be interesting and easy to have for a child also.
Okay. Any other inputs over here? Yes, ma'am. Can we please get the mic?
Good morning, ma'am. Ma'am, what we have observed is the parents are not at all realistic about the amount given. That is the most important thing. You know, instead I have seen where the child is putting everything in mouth and crying because the mummy has asked the child to finish the tiffin box and thinking paratha. Is it realistic? Second thing, it is always better to make the child. Even if you want to give a chapati and some chicken, it's better to make a roll.
Raisins.
So finger foods is something which I personally feel
Just
would be good.
raisins. अगर सो
Thank you.
बच्चे को वैसे ही डैमेज कर देंगे फिंगर से.
But tell me something.
और सिर्फ
In
एक
a
ले bread.
preschool time, what would be the maximum time? 9 o'clock to 7 o'clock?
Yes, 8:30. Actually, we had 8:30 to 12:30. And for the tiffin time, mostly like what we teachers, like as a principal also and the teachers also do, like you make it a big, nice, you say, wow, you got this, poha, wow, it's very yummy, mama gave you poha, and then they see like, teachers we appreciate career, my friends are, so they tend to eat, because I've seen one child who was trying to never eat the food. They said, I said, okay, let's open the tiffin to, I think, some khichdi or something. I said, wow, khichdi, and mama already spoon also, wonderful. Let's finish it. But then he didn't want to show that he's listened to me and agreed. The party, like, he opened and, but that is like to make it a big play of like a big time, game than different time.
Lot of things are but in a school time, it's 9 o'clock to 12 o'clock, given situation, it's 9 o'clock to 12 o'clock. We would have one break at 10:30, from 10 to 11. 15 minutes break. The child will have already had break for 15 minutes. So mid break you will always encourage food. I'm saying a very small portion, the child can finish or not finish. So children are always in a playful mood. You come to a school, a preschool child is coming to a school to socially interact. The first and foremost thing, social interaction is very important. Communication is important. डब्बा खत्म करना not at all important. बच्चा स्कूल आता है डब्बा खत्म करने नहीं. घर जाके खाता है ना आपके observation is under you. But When the child is in your school, that is not a priority. So what you can tell a parent is, बच्चा स्कूल में आता है इसलिए आप स्कूल में नहीं भेज रहे हो, पता नहीं क्यों। Then there are other things that they can say. So learning is happening. The initial few years, a lot of learning happens. This is how I deal with some of my parents from my school. And if the child is not coming from the initial level, you have something very interesting happens when it becomes emotions. You can keep it small, make it interesting. Put it up and say, wow, this is being a moment for you. See how the child is interested. But when you are dealing with the parent, you can tell them the child is coming here to socialize, to learn new things, to make friends, to interact with us, to communicate, to learn a language. Now we double okay? This is how we deal. This is the first thing what we do. Double thing is but this is a question which we face every year in and out. Okay? So we talk about classroom learning activities. We have a lot of Montessori materials because everything to do with your house. We have so you can pour making atta. So kafi ye atta bhunne hoga. So you just give a little bit of the child. This is what we can encourage in a very different way. But then all these activities are given to the children in the house of family. Drying out clothes. Folding of clothes. Let the child hold up of clothes. Help them with all Montessori materials has everything to do with your home. You can figure around, you find the same materials in a school environment all wooden format. You might have plastic clips and all, but in the Montessori material you have all wood. Same thing, which will encourage your parents to give those activities to your children in the house, so it helps them with the skill. Because later on when they go to the primary level, they are writing. So if this is not strong, it's very difficult for children to write. Even half of them will know. So we have to build up this thing. So this activity will be taken in the classroom activities can be discussed with the parents to be taken at home. Your mother will capture the donor. Let the child do buttermilk making activities, play, folding of clothes, sweeping the floor. Montessori materials, we have a small room on there. We gather the kachra, we put it away. All these activities can be discussed with the parents that you give these activities to your children in your class. And next is the child's accomplishment. You might have children of various degrees. Your children who are not talking to you. Children who are not interacting with anybody. A lot of parents come to us and say, my child doesn't talk. And he's not making new friends. It's okay. Your child is different. Like yesterday, we had this activity which we are doing, Like we opened the paper and we saw everybody had a different version of the paper. Because we are not the same. We are adults, are not the same. When we join a new organization or a new school, do you quickly make friends? Do you quickly make friends, all of you? You're moving, right? Your husband are in a job or you have people who are moving to different places. So we make friends quickly. Some of them do, yeah. Some of them do and some of them just don't interact. This is the same thing with children. You don't need to force that social interaction with your child. Your child is happy. The child will be doing something else. When you talk about a child's accomplishments, you don't need to always criticize. आपका बच्चा बोलता ही नहीं है, आपका बच्चा मुझसे बात ही नहीं करता, but the child may be very good at drawing, the child may be very good at something else, child may be finishing a daba. So you can always say that, आपका बच्चा दबा को सबसे जल्दी खत्म कर देता है. Isn't that a plus point? Anything and everything in a classroom environment with preschool children is a plus point. Even like when I told you in yesterday's class, yesterday's session, the child is coloring a red cloud. It is okay. The child is good at coloring. That's all you have to say. Till the child is 6 or 7 years of age, you won't be able to assess the child. The child is growing, the child is learning language, the child is learning social skills. Some of the school dropouts now are running Facebook as the CEOs of companies. Do you know that? Because their creativity was not killed. So we need to honor their creativity. So when you are talking to a parent, please avoid criticizing the child. If you need to pick up the child, okay, we need to deal with aggression. can be taken later. Deal with aggression. Deal with special needs or physically able children. This kind of ma'am is taking later. So these children also, you always need to tell your child is good. But we need to work together on this thing, on this aggression of the child. We will work together on this. This is what we need to deal with the parent. Please don't deter the child. There is nothing called good or bad. It is our definition which will given good or bad. My bad might not be bad for you. My good might not be good for you, right? We all have our own definition of good and bad. So a child will not be taken all bad of good. We can continue? Okay. So like I said, the definition of good and bad is assessed by us, the social norms which we set for ourselves. In that bracket, we are trying to fit children in, isn't it? Yeah, we are trying to fit children in the good and bad. So when we are talking to a parent, we don't need to highlight anything bad over it. We need to tell your child is a really good child, but we need to work on some aspects of the child. That may be dealing with aggression, maybe not eating in the class. How we, as parents and how as a teacher or as a school, we need to work together for the upliftment of the child. Okay? So in the parent-teacher meeting, please do not talk about the negative things of the child. Negative things, aapke mein rakho. Work on it. But the way you talk to a parent has to come in a very nice way. So that like always said, there is no good or bad. Our definition, what we give as the definition of good or bad. And children are always good. Yesterday when we talked about a session, children at any given point of time are in what state? Meditative state. Because they are in the moment. You don't need to teach them anything. They are teaching us all the while. They are teaching us. We learn a lot of things from the children. So how can the parents help in their homework, help in the child's needs? So what we do now is, we create a mock situation over here, where we have a parent who's really aggressive. And the child is not got a medal or a trophy at the end of the year, and that parent, the husband and wife, are coming and talking to the teacher of that particular class. So can we have the two situation? Can we have some volunteer teachers? Not the aggression, the one with aggression. We are having two parents who are very angry. And from their group of circle of people, they have come to know that something else has got the best student award. And like I told you, we just have one or two children. We don't have 5 or 6 children now. And with that one or two children, your whole ambition is from them. मेरा बच्चा डॉक्टर बनेगा, मेरा बच्चा आर्मी ज्वाइन करेगा. This is what I want in my child. So when that child does not get a best student award, how will the parents come and fight with that teacher? Can we talk? Table though, but yes. Can you?
Good morning, sir. Good morning, everyone. My name is Mrs. Sarika Krishna from Southern Star Army Pre-Primary School, Hood. Thank you so much.
Ma'am is going to be the teacher who is going to handle this really aggressive parent. A lot of us have come across these situations, right? Dealing with aggression and an aggressive parent in front of you is a challenge for everybody. So let us see now this teacher who is going to be patient and how she is going to handle this parent. So who are the parents now, the father and the mother?
Good morning, sir. I'm Mrs. Sarika Lokar, BSEPS Kirti. And I'm today father of a child named Ayush.
Good morning everyone. I'm Suvarna Devkar, from BSEPS Kirti. I'm a mother of
Okay. Yeah. Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, sir. Please come inside.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. Good morning, ma'am. Good morning.
Ma'am, actually, I'm very disappointed.
Sir, please visit. Ma'am, please आप बैठिएगा.
They are not
Okay,
aggressive at
yes,
all.
ma'am.
Best students award, but why not this year? He participates in each and every activities, but I was really upset when I saw his miss.
Sir, Ayush is very good in all our activities, even in academic session he is very good. But sir, please try to understand my situation. In my class there are 30 students. You know ना, ma'am आप भी जानती हो.
मैम,
Yes.
बट मैं हमेशा मीटिंग में आती हूँ, आप देखते हो, और
Ma'am.
हमेशा आप मुझे यही जवाब देते हो, और आप तो देखते हो ना कि मैं कितने एफर्ट्स लेती हूँ बच्चे के पीछे. मैं दिन भर उसके साथ रहती हूँ, उसको कितने सारे मेरे क्लासेस लगा के रखे हैं मैम.
Ma'am, that first आना like award मिलना is not very important. आप समझिए कि आपका बच्चा जो कल तक नहीं लिख पा रहा था, वो बोल भी नहीं पा रहा था, उसका pronunciation भी
Yes, मैं कभी ध्यान देता हूँ, पर मेरा ध्यान होता है मेरे बच्चों की ओर.
I know.
और मैम, मैं तो पूरे दिन उसके साथ रहती हूँ, मैं कहीं नहीं जाती हूँ
I know,
मैम.
ma'am.
सुबह से उसको ये क्लास में लेके जाओ, वो क्लास में लेके जाओ, अच्छा अच्छा खाना खिलाओ, टिफिन बनाओ. दिन भर में यही काम उसी के पीछे रहती हूँ.
I agree with you, ma'am, because 40% teacher का effort देती है, but 60% parents का होता है. But मेरे लिए मैम सारे बच्चे, there are 30 students in my class, वो मेरे लिए equal है मैम. And कहीं ना कहीं मेरे लिए जो first rank आया है उस बच्चे का कहीं ना कहीं आप सोचिए ना उसका overall performance, even activities, academic session
मैडम,
में.
मुझे आप ये बताइए, where my child is.
How are you going to deal with such a situation? Yes, please pass the mic.
Good morning, I'm Sheila Krishna. Once I see aggressive parent and they are not angry, first of all I'll make them sit and I'll tell, please have a glass of water, make them comfortable, then I'll take their question, okay, then accordingly we'll answer it. If anybody want to ask question?
Anybody else? How are you going to deal with such a situation? Yes. Please say your name, ma'am, and then we can go on.
My name is Subhajit Zurikar. Generally, parents are frustrated because sometimes they have the habit कि जैसे some of the children from the class they will participate in all competitions and everything. So once in a while you will not give them numbers or something like that, they feel disappointed. And they don't need my child, I have prepared this one, and they don't understand that some criteria is different or sometimes the judgment that criteria is different. So the problem arises there, and even sometimes teachers are new or sometimes they are shifted from other school. So might be the school which they have shifted, there are some different setup and some different rooms. So adjusting to the school environment might be that performance of the child is not so good compared to the previous one.
But what is the solution that we're going to offer? Yes, ma'am.
Good morning, I am Mrs. Kiran Chehar. Ma'am, I would like to point it out to the parents that the best student award that we are giving is not just based on one particular thing. It's not just the academics. Maybe it's the holistic development is what we are focusing on. Your child could be good in academics probably, but the other child is very good with role play. The third child is very good in sports. So and when we culminate all these results, so even we are surprised, even we cannot foresee who's going to get the best child award, but we are culminating so many different aspects. And these are the activities that we are taking under in the school. These are the activities, and then we are deciding. And so we can't see who's going to get the first prize or the second prize. And wherever the child, if we see that okay, this is where that you can work on the child here. So we can help them like that.
So what we can do, first thing as teachers, when you're in front of them, this with parents, is to take 5 deep breaths. Deep breathing helps in any situation to calm your mind. You take 5 deep breaths. Be calm in front of an aggressive parents. Calmness in itself will make them calm. Okay? They go calm. When you're calm, even if you're trying to justify, you're trying to give different examples, then why your child did not get the award, that parent will get even more aggressive. You just be calm and listen to what the parent is saying. Automatically the parent will cool down and then you listen. Okay? This is the first and foremost thing, is to be calm in any situation. Especially in when you have an aggressive parent. Because they are in no mood to listen to you. They are calm mode in a fighting mode. Maybe what we can do, if this was really loud, maybe we can close the door of the classroom. So other parents also should not get into this culture of having to be aggressive in front of another teacher. You can close the door, maybe get a glass of water for them. You cool down first, listen to what they have to say, and then we can come up with various explanations. Like we look at the holistic development of the child. There are different activities which the child is exposed to. We are looking at the attendance also of the child, the appearance of the child, the neatness of the child. All this can be put forward to the parent. Okay? So can we go ahead with the second role play? This is about social media awareness for teachers. What do you need to put on your social media and what we should not be putting on the social media, being educators here. So this is a situation where there is a party of parents going on. Now that children are in the same school, so what had happened is we as parents tend to be friends with the parent of the other child in the class. So these are our parents, because common teachers, common school, there's a principal there, so they all, this is usually a hot topic of gossip which happens at parties. Which teacher is what? So how do we need to be on a social media platform?
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, teachers. I am Nandita from Eagle Army Pre-Primary School.
Good afternoon, teachers. Good afternoon, sir. I am Mrs. Shraddha Jaisalkar from Shuneri Army Pre-Primary School.
Good morning everyone. I am Rashmi here, activity teacher from EAPPS.
Good morning everyone. I am Sharna Patel from EAPPS.
Okay, so now the situation is that all of us in a party after a long time, all of them are come together, and the hot topic of discussion is some pictures which a teacher has put up on the social media page.
अरे सुनो,
Personal picture.
हाँ, बोलो.
ये देखो, ये तो मनु की टीचर है ना, चांदनी में.
हाँ, मुझे मालूम है.
देखो, ये तुमसे कभी बोलने नहीं था. ये देखो,
अरे
मनु कितनी अच्छी लग रही है.
वही तो मैं बोल रहा हूँ. वही तो मैं बोल रहा हूँ. मैं तुम्हें बोल रहा हूँ. अरे मैम को तो देख लो. वाह, ये देखो उन्होंने कौन सा रील बनाया है, ये इंस्टा पे देख लो.
प्लीज देखते बैठो. मन करो फोन.
नहीं तो मैम
करो फोन.
नेक्स्ट टाइम आई विल ट्राई. ओके, जब हम गोवा जाएंगे ना तो मैं तुझे खाने का बोलूँ. ठीक है.
टीचर थे ना ये.
She's on diet like you. She's
हाँ.
so fit ना.
पहले मोटी थे लेकिन अभी कितने पतले हो गए हैं.
She's on diet.
Now she's looking very pretty.
अरे ये मैम का डीपी देखा क्या? कितनी सुंदर लग रही है. देख कितनी सच्ची साड़ी पहनी है उन्होंने. ठीक है, कहाँ जाएंगे. सोचे घूमती फिरती घूमने को देखेंगे. चलो ठीक.
Thank you so much.
थैंक यू.
Can I have a suggestion? What do we need to put and what should we not put as teachers on our social media pages? These are all digital footprints that we leave.
Slide will be the presentation.
Yes?
अभी तक वही है.
My name is Ashwini from APPS NDM.
दो account.
WhatsApp is providing a very unique feature like who can see our status and DP and who cannot. First, we have to set this separations whenever we are putting up our status. You can't control the situation. So many times you have to put up so many pictures like family-related functions or some party functions. So while putting up those pictures, you can segregate. Parents can see your status pictures, and only the people whom you want can see those pictures.
Okay. Okay. Can I address this? We are in a world where children are much more technologically savvy than us. We might feel that nobody can see our picture. But there are children who will crack it and go into that. I have young teenage girls in the house. I take tips from them. Children know much more than us. So you know what we should do as teachers, be discreet of what we put up on a social page. You might go to a wedding, we might go to vacations. We can put up pictures, but explicit pictures. If you're in a beach with wet clothes, please avoid putting this. If you're holding a drink, see, I've got nothing against drinking nor smoking. It's your personal choice. But putting this up on media is a complete no for teachers. No drink in the hand, no smoke in your fingers, on your fingers. This is a complete no. As teachers, you are an example for those young children over there. They look up to you, isn't it? Like yesterday, we had a video which told the child thought gave that वो जो बच्चा है एक माँ का दर्जा दिया टीचर के, हाँ कि नहीं? So can you see a teacher who is like a mother to you holding a drink and putting it up on social media? Complete no. No explicit pictures, no drinks, no smoking pictures. You can put pictures with your friends. You as teachers would be meeting outside, right? You can put this up. It's okay, it's normal. You can put all this up, but these few things have to be kept in mind. No explicit pictures. With your spouse, you're going out everywhere, but don't put intimate pictures on your social media because you are a page in front of the whole world, not just your children. Your children's friends, they are relatives. They are people who are staying far away in different countries will be watching your page. As a world, we are getting connected to each other. So we need to portray, as teachers, people have to look up to us, right? And even if you as teachers, 10 years, 15 years down the line, are applying for the post of a principal, the school over there will go back to your media page. It is not your CV which is reflecting you. CV में तो हम कुछ भी लिख सकते हैं, हाँ कि? We can write anything in the CV now. But the social media is your digital footprint, like a carbon footprint. There's a carbon footprint for the Earth and all other planets. They have got something called carbon footprint. So for us, it's a digital footprint. So be very careful. You as a teacher have to set an example for everybody. You're ambitious. You want to go up. You want to grow as an individual, as a person. Your digital footprint should be clear and nice. That doesn't mean you can't have fun. But do have fun. But what you put up on digital media has to be very discreet. Okay? So this is how to communicate with your parents. What do you need to put up on media? Can I go ahead to the next slide? You'll have clear. How do you deal with parents? How do you manage your social media? So what are the different communication strategies? On the school front, on the personal front, teacher's front, you as a teacher can communicate with the parents. So there are parent newsletters which we send out from schools. There are annual open houses, like annual meetings are there, open houses are there. We have these calendars which will take place in our schools. There again we interact with the parents. Right? Parents, their relatives come to us. Then you have home visits, wherever it's applicable. See, as far as possible, wherever it is applicable, we can intervene into a child's life by asking the neighbors or asking the children who are in the school, their parents when they come to us, you can ask, why is this child behaving this way? What are the parents' backgrounds? You can interact with them and intervene or maybe make a call to the parent and ask why the child is not coming to school. Yeah? We have very middle class or low middle class children who come to our school. Some children don't end up coming to school for weeks. We as a teacher should intervene and ask, why is that child not coming to our class? We might have 30 students, we might have 40 students. In a simple SSC board school, how many children are there? 62 kids in one class. But we are making a change in everybody's life over there. So we need to intervene and ask, why is the child not coming to the class? So we have annual school calendars, inserts in local newspapers like NI, which we have NI. I don't know, we might have a local newspaper which circulates amongst yours. That is a form of communication. Annual field days, website for the school. So these are all communication strategies which you as a teacher or in a school front may be portraying to our parents. So effective communication can happen. How many of us over here have friends who are parents? Yes? I have best of friends who are parents. who have been with us, the children have been with us from day one. And you know what is the best part? What happens here as parents, they give us very good feedback. When they are your friends, they give us very good feedback, which will help you improve as a teacher in the classroom. So you can develop relationships with the parents. But keep it positive. Do not please talk negative about any other teacher. Please keep negative comments about the school. We might have a lot of things against the school. We might have a lot of things against the parents. But keep it to yourself. You know, when we are talking negative about your school or your principal outside, it doesn't talk bad about your principal or your school. It reflects on your personality. ये टीचर हमेशा क्रिटिसाइज करती है, कुछ पॉजिटिव सुनाई नहीं देता उसने, तो वो स्कूल में क्यों टिकी है? हाँ कि नहीं? This is the question that will come to a parent. अगर ये टीचर बार-बार स्कूल के बारे में ही नेगेटिव कमेंट्स दे रही है, तो स्कूल में क्यों टिकी है वो? So please keep negative comments, negative things. You might have, yes, we all have problems against our whatever, you know, against our teachers who are with us. We might have negative comments against them, but please don't discuss with your parents. So make a note of communications. I have a record book which I have created a format over here which you all can implement, you know. Wherever there is a parent-teacher communication, you have tick marks. How the child has progressed. It's not only a progress report, but your communication log which you can keep it with you. Take printouts of it and make a remark of how the child has progressed from the last parent-teacher meeting on to the next one. Be compassionate and show empathy always. You know, I had gone to this, who has heard of Spiti Valley? The Spiti Valley? Yeah?
Yes.
Half of the year is cut off from the world. So we do this lot of, you know, donation drives, and I go and interact with the children over there, with the teachers over there. The child over there, the children over there whom I interacted with, you know, everybody wanted to become a soldier. Because that's what they see there. Either a soldier or a teacher. So you see what kind of a background that child is coming from. So if his father is a Jawan over there and that child is coming to your school, so understand the situation that the mother is in, right? The mother is not exposed to things like how we are exposed to. She might not be able to talk even in the Hindi language. She might know only her local mother tongue. So when we as a teacher is sitting over there and I have taken attitude dikhaya, because I'm teacher and yeah, your child is coming to me. How will the parent feel? How will that mother, who is a simple mother or a simple father, will not be able to talk to you only? Will not be able to tell you only that where my child is lacking? Isn't it? We come across situations where you have simple people who are coming to you. They can't even open their mouth to talk to you on what my child is undergoing in the school. Or what my child undergoes at home front. So we as teachers have to be accommodating. How will you accommodate a parent when such a parent walks into your door? How will you accommodate such a parent? Would you have this airs about yourself, you know, like just that with the chin up and all? This is what we are told, right? When you're sitting, you put a chin up and sit. Is this what you're going to do? The first and foremost thing what we need to do when any parent, be that parent or any parent, smile. Smile breaks barriers across everybody. First thing you do is smile when any parent who walks into your classroom, smile. It makes her open up to whatever she wants to tell you, where her child is lacking. Where does she, as a parent, want you as a teacher to intervene? She might not know English. Many of them don't know English. Many of them are communicating in Hindi. When we went to the small pockets, you know, they can't even talk Hindi. Like I told you, they can't talk Hindi. So we need to accommodate that. Right? We need to make them feel one with us. Thank you, sir. So we need to make them feel one. The first thing what we do is smile. You know, sometimes what I do when I'm just walking down the road, most of the times I'm driving, but when I'm walking down the road, you know, I smile at the sweeper, I smile at that panya, I smile at anybody who's there, I smile. And sometimes, you know, some of them wonder, she got some mental issues. But some of them really smile back. And that's what makes a difference, and I feel nice about it. I went to a flower merchant, you know, and there was this old man walking in. He was like grumpy and said, I'm walking in to get that flower. And I looked at him and said, Good morning, Kaka. Kasha tumi? You know, it was in Kothur area. So I spoke to him in Marathi. Like, good morning, uncle. How are you? Aap kaise ho, uncle? Uncle first looked at me. Because he thought maybe he's having issues with recognizing people. He asked me, "Do I know you?" I said, "No, uncle, I just don't know you. Nor do you know me." But I just felt like smiling at him. So I said, "I'm so happy. People don't smile nowadays. People have forgotten to smile." Yeah? So this is how we need to make our parents feel comfortable. Is first to smile. How is you? Have you dealt with parents who really can't talk at all? And how do you deal with them? They just can't express. They feel shy, coming in front of teachers like you who are so nicely dressed. Isn't it? Yes. Oh. Yes. Yes. When you know a parent is talking in a vernacular language, it may be your local language. See, the teachers who are here, most of them might know Marathi because we keep hearing it, right? The teacher in Calcutta, the teacher in Tamil Nadu, she might have a different mother language. Her mother tongue may be different, but she might have picked up the language. So when the parent is coming into you, she may be from Tamil Nadu, Calcutta, Karnataka, Punjab, anywhere. But that local language you know, right? So be receptive to the language. You might not be able to communicate with her, but when she's talking, you say, "I'm okay with it. I'm okay, you talk." There may be some Hindi word which will come in between, some English word which she'll use. Tuta futa sahi chalta hai. But the moment she talks some wrong grammar, look at her like that. This is the kind of face some teachers make. We had some teacher in a long back. I told her, "Go home. I cannot tolerate this behavior." When you make faces, There are some teachers, when there's a parent sitting in front who's very simple, who just can't talk English. हमको लगता है हमको English का नहीं कितना बात है, isn't it? That's what we feel. But make the parent feel very accommodated. This is how when you develop compassion and you show empathy. Empathy, compassion, creativity, curiosity are the only skills which will set you apart 10 years down the line. Because like I told you yesterday, we are going to be surrounded by artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence cannot be empathetic. Empathy, feeling for others, is a feeling which we have to develop amongst ourselves, which our children will learn by looking at you all. Encouragement and engagement. We played that simple activity yesterday, Close your eyes, tell each other, "You're the best. You're the best." So every time a child goes up on the stage, or when the parent comes to you and talks about the child is you have a splendid child. And then work on the things where you think there are negative things in the child. Then you work on it together as a parent. Don't use negative things. आपका बच्चे को कुछ आता ही नहीं है. मैथ्स देखो, ये देखो क्या लिखा हुआ है, ये पेपर देखो, ऐसे पेपर लिखते हैं. So imagine that parent was just one child or two child, and all dreams, ambitions, and everything on that child. And when you're showing such a paper or such a thing, or an assessment card or the activity what the child has done, ये ऐसे कलरिंग करते हैं क्या? ये देखो सब लाइन के बाहर है. लाइन के अंदर कलर करना वो हम सिखाते हैं. But do you think it's necessary to color inside a line? No. There are artists within ourselves. When you have children as artists, don't put them in a drawing class, please. You're curbing the creativity. Let the child develop this for her own style. Only after that, you put them to a trainer. By the time 6th or 7th standard. Before that, don't put him in a drawing class. It kills the child's creativity. Personalized interactions, get creative. Sometimes there's something really nice the child has done. If you have apps in your school, just send a message to the parent. "Oh, your child did very well in class today." Imagine the kind of feeling you're sending out to the parent. The parent feels so nice. Suddenly the parent is working, maybe she's working in somebody's home, whatever, because that's the kind of parent. Or she's working in a corporation run school, and she gets a message, Imagine the glee and imagine the kind of happiness she's passing on to those people there she's dealing with. You can do this. Just take chakka, child is doing well. Go back to your staff room, send a message to the parent. Or you can an app, I think it's an app, right? You have an app which you can communicate. Just send it. You have WhatsApp groups, right? So in that way you can just appreciate, send a message to a parent and make the parent feel nice. challenges which we what kind of technological challenges are there because there are limited online platforms. Now that we have a lot of platforms, but in that platform also you have to be very discreet. Don't criticize any other teacher on that platform, on your social platform. Criticism of anybody else should not be coming on the social platforms. I know we all love to gossip. Gossip is healthy at times when it's limited, but not very. It should not be very vengeful gossip. Gossip, limited gossip is good, but don't put it on your social media platform or don't talk against each other on a social media platform. Dealing with aggressive parent which you already see, or an overtly ambitious parent, tell them slow down, slow down. Ask that parent, do you remember what your marks card was when you were in kindergarten? Let me have marks card and show me. Yeah. Do you remember what you did in third standard? You might be a backbencher. I was a backbencher because I was tall, but then I was a very introvert child. And today I am talking to so many beautiful teachers. Children can change. So when a parent says, no, क्या है उसको रेड मार्क मिला, आप क्या कर रहे हो, आप ट्रेन नहीं कर रही हो क्या बच्चे को, आप सिखा नहीं रही हो क्या, क्यों ये रेड मार्क? You can simply ask, now आप याद कर, do you remember what did you get? This is a simple dialogue I use for them, everybody. Do you remember what you did? Do you remember how you brought? Do you remember how well you did or you didn't do well in sports? Ask them that, they'll be quiet. See, not in a very aggressive way, you also need to know how to tell them to talk. You need to tell them in a very nice way. Smiling with them. I know your child is not, but do you remember what was your marks card? If you have this, please get it to the next parent teacher meeting. I'd love to see your marks card. Then next time we'll be quiet. So this is the parent communication logbook which I have created, which my teachers use this. You all can take it as a reference. Name of student, date of the meeting, mode of communication. Have you sent a WhatsApp message? Have you sent a parent-teacher meeting and parent is in front of you? So it's a one-to-one meeting, it's a WhatsApp meeting, or it's a phone call. You can document it. Like Rupali ma'am was saying, document everything. Documentation today is very important. Why are schools in foreign countries doing very well? Finland, Estonia. They document each and everything. So there are teacher books, which I encourage in my school also. Everything what you do daily document. This is a learning for you as teachers. Learning for me as teachers, for me as principals and admins. We can go through a teacher document, what she has done. This is a learning process. If you're doing a video call, if you're doing a Zoom meeting with a parent, or if you're doing a Zoom session, record it, go back to it, rewind, play it, and see what are your plus points and what are your negative points. This is how we learn. Look into everything. Go back to your logbook and see what you interacted. Achievements, where the child needs help. If the child has any behavioral issues doesn't mean a special or a different child. Okay? We can work on the aggression. Any distinctive neuro challenges the child has, we can work on that too. Mark it. See, if there's I'm going to take up that issue when you have a different child. These things are very sensitive. Maybe you can discuss with your principal or the headmistress about the same. But keep marking it. Okay? So highlights for parent-teacher communication, you all can take this down. I don't want to go into the details of this. You can take pictures. Can I go ahead? Be calm and quiet while dealing with aggression. Quickly, or cover the grooming and etiquette also, right? So you all can maybe discuss where we'll have an activity. है ना तुम्हारी ना? Because why I need this, I want your experiences on dealing with challenging parents. We can do this later. Yeah?
Thank you.
This one?
ये लिया मैंने
But you know what I feel about the first day when I moved in, you know, here, when I came in here, I said, grooming and etiquette is like, I don't need to tell them anything. They're all so perfect. They're all so beautiful. Such lovely sarees, the demeanor, the way you sit, the way you're looking at me, the way when I walked in also, when you all were looking, you know, everything is so perfect. How do you manage to do this? The army background, yeah, isn't it? Yeah. You also take sessions with my teachers on grooming and etiquette. Okay. Quickly go through your take pictures. Grooming and etiquette is, we all know, but simple highlights which I want to tell you is when you're in a preschool. When you are in a preschool, this sari becomes very difficult to handle. Yeah? Simple kurtis with leggings, not even that salwar wali. Because salwar wali, you never know whether the child is pulling your pants comes down. Really, we've had teachers who done that. Then they told me, no, we want to wear leggings, ma'am. We don't want this salwar. So then we style small, short kurtis, not even those long ones. Short kurtis come up to your mid thigh and leggings. Because leggings are very comfortable. Because you have to sit, you have to play with them, you have to dance with them. Now let's quickly go through your short of time. So what are the main elements of grooming? You have to groom yourself according to the class you're going to have. What to wear, what not to wear. Avoid loose fitting clothes. Kurtis and your leggings are the most comfortable when it comes to preschool. Teacher, one was involved with the students. Avoid bangles. I know we have this fascination for bangles, you know, a lot of colorful bangles according to the color of the dupatta, color of the thing. So avoid those bangles because what happens is they're small children, right? So kuch atak gaya, uska baal atak gaya. It's very difficult to handle because when you're in the momentum with the child and this gets stuck in the child's hair, the child will start screaming. And when one child screams, everybody else screaming about it. So avoid bangles. Maybe one simple bangle, or if it is really compulsory according to the custom which we follow, 2 bangles is enough. Without kharar, without anything, without those things which protrude outside. Simple bangles. Jewelry and accessories, minimum, no hanging earrings. You never put and it gets stuck in the molding clay. So it's like molding clay comes up with you. So avoid all this. Perfume and deodorant. You are dealing with small babies, so please avoid using the strong perfumes. Nowadays, children come with a lot of allergies. We've never heard of this, you know, because my children are very big, I've never had this case with me. But now with small babies, every second child has an allergy. Every second child is asthmatic, bronchitis. So in such cases, avoid perfumes, strong perfumes. You can maybe use mild deodorants or powder, so that, you know, we are in an Indian environment, our climate is such, we sweat like it. So maybe powder, little deodorant, so we don't smell, you know, when children are around. But I'll tell you, children, no, they don't feel if the teacher is smelling or the teacher is not wearing a good cloth. They can feel the love. If the teacher is a loving teacher, they will come and glue to your legs. Huh? So personal hygiene, everyday bath is very important. Everyday brushing is very important. It's like, you know, I'm talking to small children. Brushing, everyday bathing, your personal grooming, your hair pinned up when you're in a preschool class, please keep pinned up. Footwear. Okay, these are different kinds of some places we do have men as this. Men, please do not leave us stuff. Shave every day. Online if you're there, shave every day. Because you're dealing with children will come and touch you here, it might just hurt them. And if we are wearing a headscarf, if a custom says that you need to wear a headscarf, please pin it up. Pin it up in all fronts. When you're doing an activity, the headscarf might just fall and the children have a tendency to pull everything. This so we keep on pulling, you know, in my school. The moment I enter, they are glued to this. So as teachers I tell them, teachers should not wear sarees in the class. These are do's of grooming. Don'ts. Men should avoid sporting long hair. Please crop your hair to short. But if the culture says that you need to keep long hair, please tie it up in a turban and tuck all the hair in. There should be no untidy hair coming out. No slippers or flip-flops to school, huh? But if we are in an environment where a lot of rains and everything happen, you can wear a flip-flop, but please keep it outside your classroom. Don't carry that inside your classroom. It's a very untidy way of dressing, You wear slippers, nice, you're dressed over here, and now pair देखो slippers है वहाँ पे, and all that kitchen behind with that slipper. Avoid coming into a classroom immediately after smoking. If anybody has this habit of smoking, I'm not, propagating smoking or saying that, you can smoke. It's an individual choice when it comes to habits. But when you are in a preschool environment, do not come into a class after smoking. You might as well go home. Okay? No sleeping on the desk. The children will all look at you and they will start sleeping over there. If you want to sleep, you're tired, take permission from your headmistress and go to a staff room and sleep. The social media which you have touched on, emails, what you need to write in an email, always respect the parent, dear so and so, don't go by the first name. We might have friends as parents who are our friends, but when it comes to addressing them, always use a Mr. or a Mrs. or whatever comes before that, and a surname. Don't do the first name. Hey, Anita, no. Mrs. Mahajan, Mrs. Lokre, or Mrs. So-and-so, Mrs. Singh, Dr. Singh. This is how you address your parent. Because the moment you put that first name, oh, this teacher is my friend, anything I can talk, this is what happens. So use a second name or use a surname. Set an example while handling technology. When you are in a class of children, don't keep looking at your phone, but now only your phones are completely taken away. There are no phones at all in the class, so this is good. Because phone is a complete distraction. Use of appropriate language when you are with children. Yeah? You use respectful language because that's what they're learning from you. How are you today? Are you feeling good? Have you had your breakfast? See, this is the tone you use. Like in storytelling, when you're using that tone, use it in your language also when you talk to the children. This is how we develop manners, looking at you. This is the last slide. Share your experience with different questions children have asked you about your clothes worn or various external appearances. Have you come across anything like that? That's because we are short of time. Have anybody come across something very funny which you want to share over here? Once we had some, tell me. Take a mic, ma'am.
Some senior children, fourth Saturday, we just normally disperse the time and come near the gate and stand if I have time. So these children were growing and then they are asking, हमारी बचपन की शादी हो चुकी है क्या? And they were so cute, like we were discussing खुशू, and then they were discussing it between themselves, and then they had the parents to talk to their class teacher, but no one came to approach me. Maybe they felt a little hesitant. You think हमारी बचपन की शादी हो चुकी है क्या?
साइड में देखो अभी भी ब्लैक है।
Good afternoon, everyone.